Hey, what's up? My name is Crystal and we live in Connecticut. Today is August 5th, 2025. And today I already harvested some stuff from the garden. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit of work. It's after dinner. I've already done a little bit of weeding here. Not fully pulling out the weeds out of the ground, but just ripping away the parts that have the seeds on them so that the grass doesn't reseed itself. There really aren't any mosquitoes out right now, which is so nice and it's cool. The first thing I'm going to be doing is starting seeds. I'm not going to be starting the typical seeds that you might see people starting in their gardens in August. I'm going to be starting some of those things, but I'm also going to be starting things that are a little weird at this point. But that's because I'm just gonna try and see if I'm able to get anything from them. We are not forecasted to get any rain. When I'm done sowing the seeds, I'm going to be watering the majority of the garden. Definitely the containers need water and maybe some of the raised beds. Some of the plants are definitely due for some sort of fertilizer. Let's see what we can get done this evening. Okay, so here's what I found in the greenhouse. I've got a very little bit of this organic Neptune's fish and seaweed fertilizer that I spilled on my foot. So that's pretty awesome. Very excited to smell that on my foot. And then I have this other fish fertilizer. It's ideal for all the things that we grow. So I'm just gonna do some of this for some of the container plants. This one I will put in some of the beds using a watering can. Here is the sweet pepper bed. Bunch of sweet peppers. I have this little spot here. I'm going to put some of these watermelon seeds. I'm a big fan of just growing things wherever you have space. Sometimes they're too crowded. Most of the time they're not too crowded. Sometimes when I grow pumpkins, like I am on the other side of the garden, right next to a whole bunch of stuff, it keeps the containers from drying out because the enormous leaves are shading the bases of the plant. I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of them in and see if we get any to sprout. This is where I had started Waltham butternut squash a little bit over there. None of them sprouted. I did that a month ago on July 5th and none of them sprouted. I don't even see the seeds in there. It looks like some of them got eaten. And then this is butternut squash that I started indoors on May 5th. I did not plan that I was going to keep starting them on the 5th, but here we are. I'm going to put a little trash can cage around them, hopefully prevent something from eating them, which is what I think happened the last time. And then I think I'm gonna put some of these pole beans over here and we'll see what we got. It's kind of a little bit of an open spot still. I had peas over here. I plan on putting a tomato in here, so I'm just going to be starting seeds on the outside. Really liked harvesting these Tendersweet carrots. They grew really well in a fabric pot. Okay, the last time I started these was on 5/5. I'm just gonna make it an 8. And here's what's left of the plant. I have this Arctic Rose Dwarf tomato, and I'm going to sow these Danvers 126 carrots from Dollar Tree on the outside. I'm gonna fertilize some of the things and water some of the beds. start with feeding some of these cucumbers in here. And this hot pepper. And this one too. Got an eggplant in a fabric pot that's starting to produce. It's a good example of growing different things around the garden as much as possible. So I do have a cucumber bed that's not doing very well. I'm thinking of taking the shade cloth off of it, but I had put in a New York Slicing 264 cucumber. I think I had 3 of them growing, or 2 of them. I think 2 plants, and it's vining all throughout the tomato bed. Looks good so far. Hopefully we get cucumbers off of it. Come on, chickens! Got seeds started. I smell like fish. I used fish fertilizer. I spilt it on me, and then now my hands smell like fish. I have to go in and shower. I smell like I was on a crab boat or a lobster boat. And then we watered some of the plants. I didn't do the entire garden, which is fine. We have a very large garden, and so it's better that I don't water it all at the same time, because I don't want to affect our well at all. Tomorrow I will water the plants that didn't get any today. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me today while I got some work done. If you made it this far in this video, thank you very, very much. We appreciate you. It really helps us out so much that you stay and watch our videos. Any revenue that we get from it right now goes right back into the garden, and it helps to feed our family. So we really appreciate it. But I will see you in the next video. Thanks again. Bye.